Hello, my bookie wookies. How are you guys doing? It's your girl, Nath Hughes here. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Natalie Hughes. I am a life, mindset, and manifestation coach. And in my business and on my platform, I help professional women to co create emotionally fulfilled and purpose driven lives for themselves. In today's video, we are achieving this by doing some readings on how will you be seen as a mama? How will the world perceive you as a mother? Okay, so there's three piles, there are three pictures, they're numbered. Pick the one that stands out to you the most, and I will see you in your reading. Alrighty, pile number one. Welcome to your reading, where we are getting into how will you be seen as a mama. As we're tapping into the energy, I always have to remind you guys that the free resource library is available using the link in the description box. And there are over 12 mindset and manifestation tools. My clients and customers manifest new homes, apartments, cars, clients, jobs. We're a very successful community, and if you would like to participate in that, you are more than welcome. The free resource library is a perfect place to start. Okay. So we've got the first house, Sagittarius, and the 10th house for how will you be viewed as a mama. And then there's the 9th house at the bottom of the deck, which is like extra emphasis on the Sagittarian and Jupiterian themes here. So, first things first, I get a very loving energy just immediately based on the picture that you chose, a very loving energy, affectionate energy. You are somebody who loves being a mom. You are, and you don't have to have, kids right now, but if you do, then yes. But this is just how you will be seen or how you are being seen, whatever. Make it fit however the fuck it needs to, right? So, you're somebody who loves being a mom. You have the first house and the 10th house. If we're having a conversation in astrology about other people's perception of you, we're really going to be looking at the first house and the 10th house. Of course, different people, different aspects of life, we can bring different houses into it. But long story short, the first house and the 10th house are going to be the most important houses whenever we're having a conversation about your reputation, because the first house is your rising sign, it's your ascendant. That is the personality that you are sharing to the world in your day-to-day life. It represents your physical body. And also the 10th house, or on the other hand, or next, the 10th house represents like your public persona. The 10th house is your reputation. The 10th house can also be your career. So, whatever it is that you are doing as a mama, you are seen as a mother. Being a mother is a very big part, I want to say, like, of your brand. And I'm not getting that you are, one of those people who uses their children to make money on the internet. That's not what I'm getting. But when people think of you, they think of being a mother. When people think of you, they know who you are. They know that you have children, and they know that you deeply love your children, and they know that you are deeply devoted to your children. Okay. An example of this is, I think her name is like Nara Smith or something. I don't watch any of her videos. I don't fucking know. I think she's a Mormon. I think she's in Utah. I think she's a black girl, and she like makes videos of like cooking shit for her kids from scratch. She's like, today my kids wanted Cheerios, so I grew wheat in the backyard and I harvested the wheat and like what the fuck ever. And then she like makes the Cheerios, right? I don't know what her kids look like. I don't think that she puts any videos of her kids online, but so much of her personality, so much of her brand, so much about what we know about her is her being a quote unquote good mother or her being a very devoted mother. And that's the energy that you give. It might not look exactly like that, but that's the overall energy where you are someone who is just known for being a mother. Now, with that first house energy, being that devoted, oh my god, brain, I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm here recording this, but also I feel like I'm in the fifth dimension, so I feel like my words, I'm having difficulty getting them out. Okay, focus, divas, we must stay focused. Okay. First house energy is your physical body. So, how will you be seen as a mother? I feel like you will be seen as a mother. I feel like you have the body of a mother. You will have the body of a mother. Your children are going to do very tremendous things to your body. Okay. People will say that pregnancy looked very good on you. Motherhood looks very good on you, very good on your physical body. Okay. And I get Beyonce. I don't remember exactly, but I do know that there's like, she talked about it in an interview, even, right? Where she's like, ever since I had the twins, or I think it was the twins, she has gotten more thicker. And she was talking about how she doesn't, at the time, I don't know what her life is now, of course, but she was saying how she isn't so focused on, losing the weight because she likes her body in this way and her husband likes her body in this way. And she now has maybe the, thickest body that she's ever had in terms of like the media and her career and different things like that. And that's what I'm getting. Having babies and being pregnant is going to really elevate you, whether that's because your breasts become more full or your hips become more wide or you gain fat in different places in different ways that you really enjoy and your husband really enjoys and the world really enjoys. That's the energy that I get from this with that first house energy. How will you be seen as a mama? You will be seen as hot, okay? You will be seen as a MILF, okay? Pound number one is my MILF down, okay? And I don't mean MILF down like diva down. I mean like you're giving MILF, okay? So, with that energy and then with the energy of the 10th house, I feel like you're going to be seen as, this is like Capricorn moon energy. This is seen as like a working mom. I feel like you will have a job and I feel like how can I explain this? It's like you will have your job and you have your own reputation. And so I don't think that you're going to be known. I don't think that your business is going to be being a mom. Like, I don't think that you're going to have like a mom blog and that's how you make money, even though it could be, but that's not what I get. I get that you're like a lawyer with her own practice. You're a doctor and you're a mom. You're a researcher and you're a mother. So you're known in your career as being this woman who does amazing things. And you also are a mother. And when people know you and when people talk with you and when people connect with you, they hear about your kids. When they walk into your office, they see pictures of your kids. When they get on a call with you, sometimes your kids are coming into your office. You know what I mean? And it's one of those experiences where women are mothers and they're not ashamed about it. You're not like, oh, I'm so sorry, my kid, blah, blah, blah. You're like, no, my kid needs his mom right now. And we're in the middle of this meeting and I'm having a conversation with you. And that's okay because we're on Zoom and my kid just needs to be held by me. And he's not making that much noise. And he's just here and he's chilling. He's going to take a nap in a little bit. And we're all going to be here and we're going to chill. And my kid is here. So that's how I feel like you're going to be seen as a mother. You're going to be seen as a mother who is very successful, a mother who is career oriented, but a mother who is also very family oriented and a mother who is not willing to put her career over her family, you're going to be seen as very successful and a very loving and devoted mother. I feel like you're going to be seen as someone who puts her children first. And it's going to be really, it's like a really expansive new experience with that Sagittarian energy, ninth house energy. You're going to really challenge a lot of people's belief systems that working moms cannot be successful, or if you have children, that's going to negatively impact your success. You're going to really challenge a lot of this shit because you are going to be incredibly successful and you're only going to continue to be even more successful, and you don't sacrifice your relationship with your kids and you don't sacrifice important moments with your kids for your career. You're present and your kids are being put above everything, and you're still accomplishing amazing things. You're still making amazing things happen. You're still leading in amazing ways. And I really want to put emphasis here on leading, because this could be you leading a team, you leading a business. If you want to be, and this is just what's coming through here, if you're going to be a successful mom, then you're going to need to be supported. So if you're like me and you're an entrepreneur, there are certain things that you're definitely not going to be doing when you have children. You're not going to be writing and sending the emails. You're going to be getting on a call with whoever is writing and sending the emails, and you're going to be telling them what you want to tell the people. They're going to be recording the conversation, typing out the email, scheduling it, and sending it to the people. So things are getting done in the business, but you're not the one tapping and typing out the emails that are getting sent. You're in a leadership position. So there's a lot of delegating that's going on here. You're a woman who has a lot of responsibility, and that's how you're going to be seen. You're going to be seen as a woman who wears a lot of hats, who has a lot of responsibility, and is really good at delegating. Pile number 1 is not going to put her job over her kids, but she's also going to make sure that her job is taken care of. She's also going to make sure that her work is taken care of. She's also going to make sure that her team knows exactly what she needs to get done so that her business can run smoothly and easily, and she can be there for her kids simultaneously. So with this energy of Sagittarius and like that ninth house energy, I feel like you're going to be a mother who travels a lot. I feel like you're going to travel a lot with your babies. You're going to show them the world. So you might even be posting pictures of different places, you know, traveling the world, going to different countries or trying different foods and things like that. And you've got your kids in tow. And so that's how you're going to be seen. You're going to be seen as a mom who is really expansive, who leads an expansive life. Motherhood did not slow pile number 1 down. Motherhood brought blessings, because when we think about Sagittarius, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is all about luck. Jupiter is all about growth. Jupiter is all about expansion. Jupiter is all about like leading edge of creation, living, taking thoughts and things places that they have never gone before. Jupiter is all about excess. Jupiter doesn't know when to stop. Jupiter understands that we don't need to stop, okay? Because everything is infinite. Everything is abundant. The limit does not exist. That's Jupiterian energy. And so you've got this Jupiterian energy that you are experiencing in motherhood, where everything is growing. Your body is growing in beautiful ways. Your beauty is growing. Your business is growing. Your finances are growing. Your leadership is growing. I see you receiving like awards. I see you receiving recognition. I see you reaching new milestones and new successes in your career, and you're there, you know, with your babies. It reminds me of I think her name is Victoria Monet, and how whenever you see her at those award shows, she's got her little baby on her hip, or her baby is right next to her, you know, her adorable little baby girl. That's the energy and that's the vibe. I'm here, I'm doing the thing, I've got my career, and I'm, you know, showing up and I'm having a great time, and my kids are always here with me, and I just see you. I see you being recognized. I see you going to like lunches and award ceremonies and galas, and I see you on stage with like your acceptance speeches, and I see you walking around rooms and just like, you know, carrying your babies or holding their hands, and I just get this energy that like kids come with me to business meetings, okay? Even if they're not going to be inside of the boardroom and they're going to be out with the nanny or the mother's helper or the whatever while I'm in this meeting for an hour, they're going to be out there coloring, or they're going to be here, they're going to be in the office, they're going to be near me, they're going to be around me. So you have this energy as a mother, how you're seen as a mother is, I'm very successful, I'm very driven, and I also prioritize my children. I prioritize their learning, their growth, and their development. And it seems like you are freedom. It seems like motherhood brings even more freedom and even more blessings into your life. Again, motherhood does not restrict you. Motherhood elevates you. Motherhood frees you. Because when I think about Sagittarius, I think about freedom loving. And also, I think about like being topless, which makes sense, right? Because the Sagittarius is like the centaur and all that, and like they don't wear tops. So that's the energy and that's the vibe. Sagittarius women are typically very freedom loving, very feminist, very much all about like women's rights and progress, right? So I feel like how you're going to be with your kids is like socially active, or you're going to really talk to your kids about like social events, but in a way that's appropriate, okay? Not in those ways that I strongly disagree with, where people are like, oh yeah, I sat my little black kid down today and I told him that police are dangerous and sometimes they can kill him and then they'll get away with it. Like, none of that stupid shit. Like, it's not that energy, it's not that vibe. Your children are seen as intelligent. So you are seen as a mother who educates her kids. You're seen as a mother who educates her kids on different cultures. You're seen as a mother who educates her kids on different things that are going on in the world. And as they get older and as they have more of an emotional capacity to understand certain things, you're someone who, speaks to her kids about stuff. But Sagittarius is about that empowering energy, again, that freedom energy. So you're someone who instills a sense of freedom. So it's like a Beyonce example coming through again. It was in the Renaissance movie where I think it was Kelly that was talking about Blue Ivy and how she was dancing up on stage. And she was, I think it was in the movie. I don't know. It was just something that I seen, something that I saw. And it was just like, oh, like, can you believe that Blue Ivy is doing this? And I think Kelly Rowland was like, I mean, of course she's doing this. Of course she's working hard in this way. Look at how her parents work. And that's the energy. How you're going to be seen as a mother is someone who leads by example. And so it's not that people expect great things of your kids, but when your kids show up and your kids are doing amazing things in the world, you're the world, the people, whoever is perceiving you as a mother and who's perceiving your family, they're like, well, that makes sense. It makes sense that pile number one's children would be brilliant. It makes sense that pile number one's children would be doing this thing. It makes sense that pile number one's child would be living in their zone of genius, because that's what pile number one does. Pile number one is always growing and expanding, is always moving to the next level, is always achieving new heights, is always receiving and manifesting her desires. And so it makes sense that her kids would also be experiencing that as well. So as a mother, you're going to be seen as someone who loves her children, someone who takes a lot of pride in her children, and also someone who absolutely does not slow down or constrict her own success, quote unquote, for the sake of her children. You are somebody who has it all. That's how you are seen as a mother. You are seen as someone who has it all, someone who teaches her children, someone who is well traveled, somebody who travels around the world with her children. It's like there's a lot of stereotypes about what's possible, or mothers have to struggle, or motherhood has to be hard and difficult, and you just like turn that into complete and utter bullshit. You make it look easy. You are incredibly supported. You have an incredibly amazing support system. And so you are able to do it all. Okay, pile number one. Oh my goodness, this was so good. And we have to move on to the next pile. But before you go, I am so excited to announce my next exclusive 18 plus reading. It is now available for purchase in this explicit pick a card where I'm saying all of the P words and the C words. Y'all, for the last video, I was in there. I was not letting myself laugh, okay? If you got that video, then you know I was taking that shit very seriously, okay? We got in there. I said everything. It was very raunchy, very vulgar, and we needed to do what we needed to do. And I'm doing the same thing for you guys in this reading. I feel like the last one was such an amazing hit. You guys can still go purchase that one too. Long story short, in this particular video, I'm telling you all about your future husband's ultimate explicit fantasy, okay? His ultimate fantasy, what he would love, what he thinks about, what he dreams about, what he desires, okay? And once again, this is incredibly explicit, so I hope that I get to channel for you and your future marriage and just your relationship in general over there. You can go ahead and click that link in the bio to get instant access to that reading. And do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe on your way out. I love you, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Alrighty, hello my beautiful pile number 2s. Welcome to your reading where we are tapping into how will you be seen as a mama. Okay, you could already have kids, or you want to have kids, or this will be for, in the future. And we're just going to tap into the energy and the vibe. I thought that pile number 1s was really good. So as we're shuffling and tapping into the energy, I want to remind you about the free resource library. And if you're already in the free resource library and you love it, can you comment down below and let the other girlies know so they know that I'm not playing no games, but it's amazing and fabulous. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm like, will it even come out? Okay, we have the 9 of Cups. Oh yes. This is so good, you guys. This is so good. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is so good. So immediately you are seen as a mama, you are seen as fulfilled. People see you as like you are relishing in motherhood. You love being a mother. You love your babies. You are the kind of mom who's like, oh my goodness, and let me just show you this really cute video of my kid. Like you're out at a party, or you're in the office, or you're like away from your baby or something. You're in the grocery store. You're like, oh my God, I have to show you this really cute video. And he was clasping his hands together like this, and he never did that before, and then he did his first smile, and I cried, and I'm crying right now. And it's just like this like beautiful energy. I feel like you're going to love motherhood so much, like you're going to relish in motherhood, and that's how people are going to see you. They're going to see you as this woman who genuinely loves having her babies, this woman who genuinely loves having her kids, this woman who genuinely is loving and enjoying motherhood. Every single first for your kid, the first time that they walk, the first time that they talk, the first time that they start babbling, when you're doing tummy time with your kids, like even I'm getting like your husband will also see you in this way, where it's like he's like coming home from work, and you're like, oh, it's so good to see you, and like you're never gonna believe what happened while you were at work today. And he's like, oh my God, what happened? And you're like, oh my goodness, our son, he was doing this like babbling talk, and then he started blowing bubbles with his own spit, and it was just the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. And your husband is like, oh, that's like really sweet, honey, like I'm happy that you guys had a good day day to day and like everything for you. Like it's a little bit of a dramatic energy, but it's not a dramatic energy in a way that people don't like. It's not dramatic in a way that people are like hating on it, or people are like, oh my God, like I wish she would stop. It's not that. It's an energy that's very sweet. It's an energy that's very adorable. Like you are very clearly a mother who loves her children, who like your children are the center of your world. And as a consequence of this, your children are going to grow up with a very healthy sense of self-esteem and a very strong sense of self-worth, because you are going to treat them like they are so important and so amazing to you. So really good job. That's a really, really good job, especially with that Queen of Pentacles energy. The Queen of Pentacles is a woman with strong values, and as a mother you are this woman with strong values, and I feel like you're a woman who strongly values her children. You are a woman who strongly, strongly, strongly values her babies. You are a woman who strongly values her family. It's just like happy, this happiness energy. People are going to see you as happy. With the Two of Pentacles, you might have multiples, you might have twins, okay? Definitely getting that with the Two of Pentacles. I feel like they're gonna see you as like playful, okay? When you are reading books to your kids, you are talking in funny voices. When you are listening to music, you are dancing. Like, you know that girl on TikTok, she has an adorable baby, and she like has this like series where she's like exposing my kids to new music and like seeing what she likes. And it's like they're like in the kitchen, and she like puts on Beyonce, and then she's like dancing, and she's like on the countertops of the kitchen, and she's like dancing, and the baby's in the high chair, and the baby's like kicking her feet and just like having the time of her life. And the mom's like, we like Beyonce, she likes Beyonce, guys, she likes Beyonce. Like, you know, like that's the energy. People are going to see you as this mom who loves to have fun, as this mom who is always laughing and playing and dancing, and is just like, it's like your inner child is very much alive, and you bring your inner child to your children. And then with the Hanged Man, I feel like people are going to see you as someone who sees things differently, okay? As a mother, they're going to see you as someone who sees things differently. So your parenting beliefs and your parenting practices are going to be a little bit different, okay? They might be a little bit more spiritual, because Hanged Man, I think Pisces energy. They're going to be a little bit more spiritual than the average person, or the person in your family, or the person in your whatever. Like, it's just a little bit different the way that you are doing things, and that's how people are going to see you. They're going to see you as someone who raises her family in a bit of a different way. This is not how we have typically raised our kids, but okay. And it doesn't have to be anything too out there, even though it could be, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with that as long as it's safe. But this is, and please don't comment any weird anti-vax shit in my comment section, please, because I don't agree. But, you know, as long as things are safe, whatever. The point is, this people are going to see you as different, and different could be like, you know, please don't kiss my baby's face. We're not doing kissing on the face, or we're not doing kissing on the lips, or before you hold the baby you need to sanitize your hands, or blah blah blah, or we're not gonna meet the baby for the first couple of days of her life, and I just need some time to recuperate, and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like, that energy, and that's going to be the vibe. So that doesn't have to be the exact scenario, but that might be different from what other family members have done. You might have different boundaries, okay? So the way that you do it, or the way that you raise your kids, or the different rules that you have, the way that you do things, whether you do chores or you don't do chores, or how you do allowance or whatever. It's like you're going to do it in your own way, which is different than the standard, or different than your family, or different than the average person, whatever. There's just something different about it. I'm not getting a negative thing. I'm just getting like, oh, that's interesting. I did not do that, you know? You might be into like Montessori or different things like that. So okay, there's that energy. And then I also was getting from that a very solution oriented energy as well, where it's like you are a mother who is always focusing on solutions. And I am getting a little bit more of like a kooky energy here. Like if your baby has like a blowout or something and you don't have any diapers, you might think to use an old t-shirt from the back seat or something like that and create a little diaper until you guys get home, because you guys are in the middle of Target or something like that. You know what I mean? Like you might do things that are a little bit different, but it's solution oriented. You're not like a lot of moms who, you're not a helicopter mom. You're not a helicopter mom who was always like, oh my God, don't do that. You might fall. Something bad might happen. There's an energy of you being this mom who is willing to let their children go out and explore. It's like you trust yourself and you trust your kids and you allow them to live their life. And if accidents happen, then we come up with solutions. And that's just that on that. We're not beating anybody up. We're not upset with anybody. We're not really lecturing anybody. You're not a regular mom, pile number two. You're a cool mom. You want solutions. You want peace. You want harmony. Okay, there's something happening. What's going on? The kids are freaking out. That's okay. How can we fix this? That's fine. What should we do instead? You know, so there's a lot of being willing to see things differently, being willing to see things from a different perspective. And I feel like the way that you raise your children is going to be very spiritual. Like you could have instances where you're like, I don't know what to do, so I prayed. I don't know what to do, so I asked my ancestors. I don't know what to do, so I did this and I received this message and that worked, and that's how I came up with this, and that's how I helped him with this, and that's how I did this and this, right? Okay. And then with the energy of strength and the King of Wands, how people are going to see you as a mother is as a part of a very strong bond. So people are not just going to see you as a mother by yourself. They're going to see you as a mother and a wife, a mother who has there's a very strong father presence. There's a very strong father figure. There's a very strong father energy. Okay. It's kind of like what I'm hearing in my head is from that TikTok sound. You see her and you see me. When you see me, you see her. When you see her, you see me. That's my best friend. That's your energy. When somebody sees pile number two, they see her husband. When somebody sees pile number two's husband, they see pile number two. So there is a very strong energy. It's not just one parent going to the parent teacher conference. Both parents are going to the parent teacher conference. It's not just one person at the recital or the baseball game. It's both parents. It's always both parents. It's both parents supporting. It's both parents going to the doctor's office. It's both parents going to the fucking OBGYN appointments while you're pregnant. It's both parents. So they see you as a part of a very strong partnership. They see you as a part of a very strong connection, and you and your husband together, there is no problem that you cannot solve. There is nothing that cannot be remedied. There is nothing that cannot be handled. So you guys take care of a lot. And with this energy of the Two of Pentacles, I'm getting multiple kids. So it might not be that you guys have twins. It might be that you guys have like just several children, because I'm getting this image of a household with a couple different kids, and like maybe one of the kids are sick, or not sick like a chronic illness or something like that, but just like a little common cold. One of the kids has like a little common cold or something, and you have like one parent who's doing quarantine and the other parent who's doing homework, and then the parent doing quarantine is wiping down the surfaces, and it's like you guys are like tag teaming. Basically you guys do like really good tag team parenting. I don't really want to say co-parenting. When I think co-parenting, I think like divorce, and that's not what I'm getting. That's the opposite of what I'm getting. And I feel like this is also like getting into like how your children will see you too. Your children know that mom and dad, they're going to present a united front at all times. There's not going to be an experience where it's like mom said no, so I'm going to go ask dad to see if dad's going to say yes. It's very much giving, we all know that if mom said no, then the answer is no. Or we all know that if dad said no, then the answer is going to be no. And if we try to like turn our parents against each other or like trick them or whatever, then that's not going to make anybody happy and everybody's going to be very upset. So it's like, you know, there is an experience where mom and dad are very much in love with each other. Mom and dad don't fight around each other and don't fight in front of the kids. There is an experience of harmony. Your children see you guys having a harmonious, loving relationship where you're taken care of. It's like there are no holes in your relationship for people to poke at or for people to wedge something in between the two of you or something like that. So you are seen, and this is again going back into like that general, you are seen as a woman in a very fulfilled and healthy relationship with a husband who is really strong, because this King of Wands is like really physically like strong and like buff and like big. Okay, so your husband can be like really big or like larger than you or taller than you, but the energy here that I'm getting is that your husband is a leader, and so you are this woman who is in her feminine energy, who is loving her babies and cuddling her babies and taking care of her babies and all of this. And you might be a stay-at-home mom. You don't have to be. The Queen of Pentacles probably makes a lot of money. You know what I mean? So it doesn't necessarily have to be that, but I am getting a very strong vibe of like a woman who is with the kids more often than not, and a husband who is very successful, a husband who is very financially stable and abundant, and a husband who takes care of the family, a husband who makes sure that things are okay. So how you're seen as a mom is you are seen as somebody who is taken care of, somebody who is an amazing solution-oriented woman, someone who takes care of her family, someone who supports her family. Could even be like someone who makes dinner, somebody who does a lot of cooking, someone who makes the Halloween costumes. You know, it's one of those like the mom that makes the world go round, the mom that takes care of a lot of the stuff, the mom that packs lunches. That's how you're seen. Okay, almost giving, maybe even giving a housewife kind of energy, but also you have a husband who's very present. You have a husband who's also very family oriented. And okay, that is how you are seen as a mother. And before you go, I just wanted to share with you that I am now offering our second exclusive, explicit, 18 plus adult reading. In this explicit pick a card, I'm telling you all about your future husband and his ultimate fantasy. Okay, his ultimate explicit fantasy. These have been my most explicit readings yet. They are very popular. They are very, very good. If you guys got the last one, comment down below and let us know that you got it and how much you loved it, so that other girls know that I'm not fucking kidding when I say that I'm saying all of the P words and the C words and it's freaking craziness. So long story short, I hope that I get to channel for you over there. If you are interested, you can click the link in the bio to get instant access to the reading. And do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe on your way out. I love you, and I'll talk to you in the next reading. Alrighty, my pile number 3s. How are you, Bookies? I hope that you're doing well. We are tapping into how will you be seen as a mama. And as we are beginning to shuffle your cards and tap into the energy, I just wanted to remind you that the free resource library is available to access by using the links in the description box. There are over 12 mindset and manifestation tools inside of there. I highly recommend it. My clients and customers do manifest amazing dream guys. They manifest jobs. They manifest apartments. They manifest abundance. So do with that information what you will. And I think I'm going to pull one more card and then we're going to start looking. Okay. Oh, we got the Star, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Hierophant. So, pile number 3, how you're seen as a mother. Right off the bat, I was gonna say you are seen as a rich bitch, okay? And I don't necessarily mean that people see you as a bitch, they just see you as very rich immediately. It was just giving like bad and bougie vibes. It was just giving opulence. It was just giving best of the best. You have a beautiful nursery. You have the most beautiful crib. You have a state of the art stroller. If there's a very popular stroller in the mommy blog sphere at the time, you got that stroller. There's a very popular crib. You got that crib. Okay. The decor of your baby's nursery is very aesthetically pleasing, even minimalistic or something like that. You got a very specific color and tone, and there's a theme, and it's I am getting a very minimalistic vibe, even though I don't necessarily know that minimalistic is the best word to describe it. I mean, like simplistic. I get a very simplistic vibe, but that's not the point. The point is that you are seen as an aesthetically pleasing mother, a mother who looks beautiful, a mother who like not just looks beautiful in her body, because pile number 1's was like motherhood is gonna like give you like a fat ass, you know what I mean? But pile number 3, you could get that, and you could have watched pile number 1 too, which is great. But what I'm getting for you is you wear beautiful clothes, okay? This is the mama who wears matching outfits with her daughter, wears matching outfits with her baby girl, and it just is the cutest thing in the entire world. Like matching prints, or like you've got a dress and a headband, and your baby's in like a little onesie with that same headband, and it's the same, colors, or it's the same color scheme, okay? How you're seen as a mama is very aesthetically pleasing and beautiful. So you have the best of the best. It's very much high quality, okay? You have the best of the best. You live in the best of the best home. You live in the best of the best neighborhood. You travel to the best of the best places. You have the best of the best husband. And it's very much giving like I'm exclusively available for the best of the best, because we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, and the Queen of Swords is sometimes called the bitch, right? The Queen of Swords does not play. She gets down and she don't play. The Queen of Swords is she's willing to cut your ass up with that sword of truth, right? And this card, I can't remember the name of the deck, but it's an owl on the Queen of Swords, and her looking, it's like the owl is like looking at us, you know what I mean? And her eyes just seem very piercing and even cold, and even like they are peering into us. And so how you're seen as a mother is very much like not one to play with, okay? You are seen as a woman who has standards, because again, that Queen of Swords is all about boundaries, okay? The Queen of Swords has standards. So there's certain things that she will not allow. I will not allow my children to live in a certain home. I will not allow my children to eat at certain places. I will not allow my children to have certain experiences, things that are harmful, okay? Things that are actually harmful to them, things that are unsafe to them. It's a very protective energy. So that's how you're seen as a mama. You are seen as a woman who fiercely fucking protects. Okay, pawn number 3, you are not seen as somebody to play with. You know how sometimes there are those videos of women online, how they're like, I'm so scared to go to the grocery store because I have to get my baby out, and when I'm getting my baby out, then my back is turned and blah blah blah. Pawn number 3 doesn't have that issue. Pawn number 3 doesn't have that problem, because pawn number 3 looks like the last bitch that you want to fuck with. Okay, pawn number 3, are you from New York? I get this so many times in my readings. I always say this, are you from New York? Because New York women give a really great, they're a really great example of this. Like, you know, that TV show, God, that comedian, his name is like Billy, I think. And he would like run around New York City and just like do interviews with people and like say crazy shit to them. And like they would give crazy answers, whatever. And there's this one viral video, and he's like asking this black woman about like La La Land, and she's like, excuse me, I don't know La La Land. And he's like, La La Land with Emma Stone? You don't know La La Land? Who doesn't know La La Land? And she's like, excuse me, I actually have a job. And she like really like is getting pissed off at him, and she's just like, I don't know who you're talking to, but you're messing with the right bitch to put you in the wrong place. Like and she is like really fucking mad, and she is like really, she's not fucking playing with him. Like she is dead ass fucking serious. And that's the energy, and that's the vibe. Like, you're this beautiful woman, and you look like you have money, and you look like you would be an amazing target, except for the fact that you look like a stone cold bitch who does not play. Okay, like you put that face on, you put that energy on. It's probably not an act, right? Where it's just like, I'm not messing with her. I would not approach her. I would not speak to her. I would not mess with her. I would not try to steal anything from her, because she can be my ass, okay? You know, some of those short women who, I guess I sometimes think that I'm one of those women because I'm like 5'7", but I don't see myself as a short woman. But anyway, you know, those short women who are like incredibly fucking like scary as hell. Like, how are you such a small lady and you're like literally terrifying me right now? That's your energy. So it's not like you're like that all of the time 24/7, but as a mom, that's how you're seen. You're seen as beautiful, you're seen as fabulous. Don't fucking play with me. Like, you know how there are like so many like crazy videos online. I saw this like crazy video of like a woman and like her kid, and they're like at the park, and this person like won't leave them alone, and so she like pulls out her phone and like starts recording, and it's like, come on, like we have to like run away, which is like, you know, hey, no judgment. You do what you feel that you need to do. But pile number 3 does not have that. Don't you dare approach me and my motherfucking baby while we're at the park having a good time. That is the last thing that you want to do. Find something safe to do other than mess with me and my child. Like, that's your fucking energy. That's your vibe. Find something safe to do. People will not play with you. People will not try it with you. Even like in like the grocery store, if they like ring up your stuff wrong, you know, and you're not trying to be intimidating. It's just what you give off. You give, find something safe to do. Before you try it with me, before you give me some attitude, before you say something disrespectful, before you say something slick to me, find something safer to do. That's how you're seen as a mother. You're seen as somebody who gets down, who does not play, okay? And you're also seen as very spiritual. You guys definitely could have watched pile number 1 as well. Because with this Hierophant energy, it's very, very spiritual. And when I think of the Hierophant, I also think of church, okay? So you could be seen as a mama who takes her kids to church, okay? You might take your kids to get like christened or baptized or whatever those things are called. You definitely could do that. Oh, sorry, I'm a little bit tired. Excuse me, girl. Basically, it's a very spiritual energy, but the Hierophant is also my ancestor card, and the Queen of Swords is also my ancestor card. And so I feel like you have like the presence of your ancestors is very much felt, it's very much known. And so I feel like that also goes into the intimidation factor, where it's just kind of like there is some unknown energy that is around you and your child at all times that just says, do not fuck with these two. Do not fuck with these two. Do not fuck with these two. That's the energy and that's the vibe. And it's something that's unspoken. It's something that's very much non-physical. And they're saying it's not just your ancestors, but it's also your husband's ancestors, like your collective family ancestors. Your children have incredibly strong, powerful, present, prominent ancestry, ancestors, very powerful fucking spirits, like that do not play. Okay, they get down, they do not play, because this Hierophant card is a bird. It's like a crow or a raven, and it is like what the fuck do birds do? Crowing, squeaking, squawking, bleaking. I don't know what the fuck birds do. You know when they make the noise. Shit. I'm tired. There's a bird, okay? And he's screaming, okay? And then there's like a lightning strike. You know what I'm saying? And that's the energy. It's like that Beyonce song. She says, "Just know I roll with them goons in case you start acting familiar." Okay. And then the other Beyonce song, Spaghetti, she says, "I ain't in no gang, but I got shooters and I bang." She says, "At the snap of my fingers, I'm Thanos." Okay, and I'm all in your head, cornrows, and that's the energy. Okay, you give mob boss mob mom. Okay, pile number 3 is my mob mom pop, my mom, my fuck, my mom, my mob, my yes, my mob mom boss pile, my mom bob, my I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Please, please, mouth, please get it together, Boogie. Please, 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 please. Okay, my mob boss mom. My mob boss mom. Say that 5 times fast. That's who you guys are, okay? You guys are giving. Please don't make me call them people, because they will show up immediately and it will really be over for you, okay? That's the energy, that's the vibe. And then with the star, I feel like it's giving very much like popular. I feel like you guys will have a mom blog, okay? And you may or may not show your kids. In the picture that you guys posted, I mean, in the picture that you guys chose for your pile, there are no kids showing, right? It was the only one that I didn't have to cover up a little baby face. So I'm not necessarily getting that your children will be shown, but like your mom, I could see you having like a mom lifestyle blog, or you guys are just famous. You guys are just well known. You guys just have a business, or you guys have a social media presence. You guys have a brand. You guys are known for something, and you're very successful within that. And that could also be another reason why you're very protective of your children, where there are like paparazzi or random people with cell phones and shit like that trying to like take pictures of you and like your kids. But when people see you in person, it's very different from what they see on the internet. And it's like something like your spirits, angels, ancestors, guides that are just like, don't take a picture of that fucking baby. Do not disturb my great granddaughter and her fucking baby. You know what I mean? Like, that's the energy, that's the vibe, okay? And I feel like you're gonna be seen as just incredibly beautiful. That's what I'm getting as a star. Because when you're a star, you wanna watch stars, you wanna look at stars, you wanna tune in with them. I feel like you're gonna have such a beautiful, abundant life. I wanna say beautiful a million times, that people want to tune in with you. People want to know what you're doing. People want to know where you're traveling. People want to know where you ate lunch. People want to know what you fixed your baby to eat. There's a big focus on lifestyle here. So I feel like you're going to do a lot of like sharing your lifestyle online, okay? Whether that's just you posting to your Instagram story, like, this is what I'm doing today, I'm going to the beach, or this is what I'm doing today, we're going to lunch, or we went shopping and these are the bags that I bought. But that's how you're going to be seen. You're going to be seen as a mother with very strong boundaries, a mother who is very protective of herself and her child, and a mother who's very beautiful, that people want to look at. People want to know you. And I think that's why you're going to have such strong boundaries, is because people want access to your energy. People want to be around you. People want to be close to you. People want to be connected to you. And you could feel like people want to know too much, or people want to be in your business too much, and so you have very strong boundaries, okay? This is Beyonce levels of protective, of secretive, of private, and that privacy makes people even more curious, like, what is going on over there, what goes on in her house, or what is she doing today? So I feel like there's that energy, and also an energy where people just want to keep up with you. People want to keep up with what's going on. People want to keep up with what is alive within you. Okay, pile number 3. Oh, this was so good. And even though I could be in this energy forever, we've got to stop here. But before you go, I am super excited to share with you that my second exclusive 18 plus reading is now available to be purchased. In this explicit pick a card reading, I'm telling you all about your future husband and his ultimate explicit fantasy. Okay, this one is really, really good. These have been my most explicit readings yet. I am saying all of the P words and the C words. It's very raunchy and very vulgar, so if you're into that kind of thing, I hope to channel you. I hope to channel for you and your future spouse over there, okay? You can click the link in the bio to get instant access to the reading. And do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe on your way out. I love you, and I'll talk to you in the next video.